Welcome to a Vanguard news video without the bullshit. Let's get started. For those still clinging to premium format in the hopes of one day selling their old cards with a huge markup, Bushiroad has released information on their Remote Fight Discord server on which cards will be reprinted and some cards finally being released for English players. Maybe now they can finally start restricting problematic cards, since they plan on making money off the format after 3 years. Bushiroad's latest useless Vanguard merchandise features a nostalgia bait characters sleeping in bean bags except for those eye covers, since wearing those will capture the experience of watching the overdress anime with card games. Some Stoikeria units get some lore this week to keep interest high, even though most of these units still haven't played an integral part in both the show or the lore, and thus keep fans from connecting with them. For those Fortnite players who want to play Vanguard 0, but don't want to grind their way through collecting materials and tickets to earn their in-game items like any traditional gamer would, for the high price of $35, you too can now own a digital copy of a half-assed Shadow Paladin Revenger super deck. In order to test the waters of making the TCG into being similar to Vanguard 0, Bushiroad is introducing a new type of heal triggers in the V-series called Heal Guardians. These are grade 3 heal triggers with no gift markers, so being forced to ride them as your only grade 3 in hand would make you want to give up, thus saving Bushiroad convention hall rental extension fees and 15k shields to condition V-series players into migrating into playing the D-series. All heal guardians have the same ability of when it's called to the guardian circle from hand, while your Vanguard's grade is 2 or lower to screw with gold paladin's redeeming mechanic of calling shields from the deck or back row rear guard. I mean, to either give your Vanguard 10k power for the entire turn, or reduce 2 criticals from one of your opponent's units for that battle. And when it's called to rear guard from hand, you place the top card of your deck into your damage zone face up. If you have no damage, players who have cards that uses 2 or more counterblast would still be doing absolutely nothing. And here are some rulings that I won't bother reading to you, since this is best learned in multiple readings. So pause the video if needed be, and flip that fucking phone to landscape, you mobile peasant. Time to grow your bangs long enough to cover your eyes, because your long fishing rods won't be enough as your first school semester in Lyrical Monasteria is about to begin. You should also pack your big pink salmon and your long wooden stake for the cat girls and vampires respectively. Other races needs more research as to keep you off whale grounds before the semester starts. 2 cards for Brandgate and 2 cards for Dark States were revealed for DBT02. Thumbo Reno while on rear guard lets you give her 15k power when she boosts a Shadow Army token. And if you did, retire all your rear guards in the same column as her at the end of that battle to draw a card. Funny that a tactic to fight Link Joker using Shadow Paladins back then would now be utilized by Brandgate's Link Jokers. The irony. Alvaded while on rear guard during your turn gets 2k power. If your world is Dark Knight, it becomes 5k power instead. If your world is Abyssal Dark Knight, and while on rear guard, you can retire a Shadow Army token at the end of the battle. This unit attacked to retire one of your opponent's rear guards. Gold Paladins for once aren't getting stolen from. Shadow Paladins and Neonecta may want to file a copyright lawsuit against Brandgate. Mabel while on rear guard lets you pay 1 counterblast if she boosts a Vanguard while you're in final rush state to give it triple drive for that turn. There are 2 scientific reasons as to how Violence Bruce got that 3rd drive check, but the Diabolus team don't want to give away their findings. Finally, Leonard while on rear guard gets 5k power if you're in final rush state and the ability to attack all units in a column. And while on rear guard, you can soul charge 1 card when his attack hits, then call 1 card from your soul to rear guard. If your Vanguard is Violence Bruce, Leonard must have been in the Pale Moon Circus before being recruited by the Diabolus team to know how to call people out the soul. As to how he can attack an entire column is a mystery though. And that concludes this Vanguard news video. Be sure to subscribe and let me know in the comments if front triggers should be the next triggers to get abilities in order to become relevant.